was gonna say, first off, just with this fall camp, how you feeling heading into it, and just how you feel like through the first week of fall camp, how everything's progressed?
Well, it all starts with winter. I mean, we've been preparing in the weight room, getting close with the guys in the D-line, defense meeting room, this team in general. So I felt really good going into it. I mean, I had a great spring ball. Coach K's been getting me right. I feel a lot more comfortable with the blocks, transitioning to pass and everything. So my play is just a lot better.
I was talking to Coach Kolodziej on media day, and they mentioned that it was almost kind of a tale of two springs where the first 8 were really good, then you missed the practice, and then you had to go, then you came back, and maybe there's a hint of plateau. How did that spring? How do you feel your spring went, and just what did you learn during that time?
Well, it's football. I mean, I started off pretty hard. I got a lot of reps. I think I was doing really well. Had a time where I had to miss a practice, and it was just hard staying up and keeping that pace. But you live and you learn. I just had to keep getting better at one thing every day, and I noticed that. So
I would say too, like he in terms of hustle, I saw you like maybe it was Wednesday's practice where Coach Kolodziej was talking to the line, and then you're the first one out there sprinting towards the next period. Just what does it mean to have the hustle, and just, what do you pride yourself on with that?
I mean, we're D linemen, like that's everything to us. Hustle is everything. You don't get easy sacks. You don't get it's pursuing. You have to make sure that you're doing everything that the speed guys don't do. So that includes the dirty work, clean up everything. So Coach Kolodziej pushes that as far as running to the ball, making sure that you're never just sitting there being lazy. Big guys moving is a good thing, he always says.
You talk about getting better at one thing every day. What were some of the things that you've worked on, from last year to this year, and just working to be in a place where you're getting right now, second team reps, and even in the spring, you got some first team work?
So one thing that I wanted to work on was just my confidence. I mean, I know I'm able to do whatever I put my mind to. So as long as I have the confidence, my pad level will be a lot better, my feet will be a lot better. It just allows me to fly to the ball and do what I need to do for my teammates. So that's all I need is just confidence.
What's been some of the biggest changes that you've seen, like in the weight room or other factors that have helped you too?
Well, just the team bond, being able to be pushed by everybody and compete. That's the big thing too. That's the big component to just getting better. Is if everybody else is around you, I gotta hold that standard. So if you're holding that standard, the only way up. The only way up is, going up. So that's what I gotta take and just keep vibing with that. So yeah.
How's it been having, Ross B, your defensive line coach, compared to Inoki, and just how have you, felt the change, and what have been some of the differences you've seen?
Well, luckily, we've had him as a strength coach, so my bond with him was pretty tight. I can talk to him about anything I need. He lets me be pretty free as long as I'm in my gap. He tells me what I need to do as far as a player. He's very straight on with me. He's not beating around the bush, and I like that. He helps me become a better person, a better D lineman. He holds me to a standard that I need to uphold every day. So that standard makes me better. So yeah.
With fall camp so far, and just like how are you being utilized? I mean, it looks like you're getting your basic 3-4 DN techniques, but you're also getting some nickel. Just how have you felt like going to fall camp? How have you felt with the position, the techniques, and like what you're being asked of?
I'm fine with anything. I mean, whatever to help my team at this point. I mean, I know I got some people that I got to back up, like New, Henny. I owe it all to them. So as long as I'm upholding what they need and what my team needs, I'll do whatever it takes. I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that, like, how have you seen them grow as leaders within the group, and what are they telling you guys? How are they pushing them up?
Those are my boys. I mean, we all have our own strength, and they have their strength, and they let us do what we need to do as long as it's in that line. We have fun. That's the biggest component to everything, is just having fun and flying around, being D linemen. So yes, sir.
When it comes to how the defensive ends as a whole, just how are you feeling the depth so far? And it's only 1 week through fall camp too, so there's still a lot to go. But how are you feeling about the group overall in terms of depth, and just if they too deep, and even just game ready defensive ends?
Yeah, so this is a big difference from spring, because in spring we didn't have that depth, so we were getting fatigued and tired, and that's probably why we didn't last as long throughout the spring.
Gotcha.
But now that we have that depth, we can have more people to roll in and roll out, so we're more fresh, and we're not making as many mistakes or MEs or anything like that. So it's a lot better as far as play, because we have a lot more to back up. So.
I would say too, just in terms of goals, like how are you looking at going forward with fall camp, and just what are you looking to do during this camp and heading into the 2021 season?
I just want to play my role, whatever that is. Whatever my role is, that I'll take, and then I'll try to expand it from there. Whatever I can do to help my team, because if you help your team out, you're gonna help yourself out. So that's what I want to do, is make sure that I can get my team to wherever we need to be.
From the group, who do you feel right now is standing out through the first week of camp, and who do you feel could further gain more reps as fall camp moves on?
Well, we all have our own strong suits. I mean, New's been going crazy. Henny's been going crazy. They're doing their thing. Mullins has been stepping up. I mean, I feel like I've been doing my role. James, he's a long, strong, fast kid. K. McDonald, you got Gio Paez doing his thing. So Bryson Williams, we got everybody doing their thing. They all have their strong suits, and we're all learning how to develop in the other places that we need to. So that's just, all in numbers, to be honest.
Gotcha. Last question, I was going to say, some of the freshmen, or one of the last questions, I'll say, in terms of the freshmen, how are you seeing someone like Mark Jarvis, but even just others on the defense, like Daryl Peterson, how have you seen someone like him step up, where I think he's maybe gotten some second team reps, or just working with Isaiah Green May or Spencer Lytle?
Well, he an Ohio boy, so DP, physical. These kids are physical. I mean, they come in kind of lackadaisical, and we just get them right. I mean, it's a Wisconsin standard. And one thing you need is physicality, and everything else will come. And that's what they've been doing, hustle, heart. That's all we need on defense, and that's what they've been showing. So that's why they're earning those reps.
Anything in particular? I know I talked about Mike and the freshman overall, but anything from Daryl that you're seeing, being a fellow Ohio native, that stood out so far?
He's just been really productive. He's really physical with his hands. He's just really good at getting off blocks and being coachable. That's the biggest thing. Mike being coachable. Everybody needs to be coachable. So that's one thing I'll say about Daryl. He's really coachable, and he's doing his thing. So
excellent. Last question for you, I promise you. What's the in terms of everyone, the entire team, who do you feel stood out so far through that first week of fall camp?
Well, I can't say any specific names, but I'm gonna ride with the defense. I feel like we're going crazy. We've been shutting stuff down. Doing what we need to do, containing the gaps, holding gaps, getting penetration as a D-line. That's one thing that we've really been focusing on. That's one thing we haven't done in the past, and I think that's going to open up a lot of teams' eyes, because we're not two-gapping anymore. We're shutting our primary gap down and letting our linebackers flow off us, so that's going to be really beneficial. I mean, the linebackers are doing their thing as well. I'm only going to talk about defense. So, yeah.